show. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking together, 'cause we don't know how. You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it if there's nothing at all. We've been together, oh, we've been together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. It's what they say. Then what makes love exception? So why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why,
I was about to hit end stream instead of ending that music. Hey, cuties. How are you guys? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Please come on in and hit the like button for me. I appreciate you guys joining me for this Power Hour. Shout out to First Lady KB. Says she finally caught a live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Cutie Crew, child. The Cutie Crew and Patroni Cuties. We had our Let Loose Lounge Sunday, and we did just that. We let loose for damn near 4 hours. I love my Cutie Crew and Patroni Cuties. Look, your girl been putting in work. Our last members only was 4 hours. Let Loose Lounge was 4 hours. If that don't show you guys how much I love you, child, where they do that at? Right over here. So excellent member. Shout out to my Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie, excellent conversation yesterday. Thank you so very much for giving me a call. You know I was gonna call you anyway. Shout out to my sis child, Pink Diva. Got me snacking on these pistachio nuts day, all day. I eat them anyway, often, but I had to re-up thanks to my sis. Last but not least, shout out to the cutie mods. I hope you guys got your little package on yesterday. Thank you guys so much. You guys know I appreciate you and all that you do. Just a little token of appreciation. So thank you guys. What else, child? Trying to start this on a nice little light no, I think that's it. I don't know. You guys go over the mail TikTok page, because when we were at the Let Loose Lounge on Sunday, we got on the conversation of the Gully vitamins and all of that, and our orders from that epic live that she had. And when I went over to TikTok while we were live, they still had a $10 discount on those Gully vitamins. So I'm not sure if it's still there, but shout out to Melody Ashari. Shout out to Mel. You're welcome, LaDawn. Shout out to Mel for an excellent live. Now, look, my day already started off emotional. I'm not going to put a picture up. I was going to, but this is the 10th anniversary of my niece's death. She passed away in a car accident. She would have been 34 years old. And even at the young age of 24, she was doing the damn thing. Air Force veteran, a correctional officer. And so, yeah, this started off as already an emotional day. Then I tuned in and caught Thank you so much, sis. I tuned in. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, it's rough. And I had to take a picture down. I said, no, some folks, I'm gonna get into some folks, just they do some weird things on these YouTube streets. So I decided not to share her picture, but rest in peace to my niece, my namesake, called her Whoopi. Rest in peace to my niece. So that started off my day. Then I caught wind of Queen Sheba's video. Went back and watched. She wasn't live when I watched. That made me emotional. Then I saw a post on Mel's page of Miss Van. That made me emotional. So I'm gonna touch on some emotional now, and that way we can go ahead and get on with the good and get out of our feelings. Um, where do I want to start? Let me just touch on real quick, real quick. Um, if y'all don't stay out folks DMs, and you guys know I don't answer to y'all, so I'm not talking to y'all if y'all didn't do it. But from my understanding, and I'm on the outside looking in, and again I caught her live. Number one, hearing the emotions of Queen Sheba, and then the emotions of my little sis trending. And you guys know I love me some trending child. Will jump through this monitor when it comes to trending. But both of those ladies are doing the damn thing. I wasn't aware of Queen Sheba's product that she commissioned trending to do for her. And just from what I understand, people were inboxing her. I don't know. But stay out of folks' DMs. And people call me mean because you guys know that's been my thing. Don't come to me about no content creators or no this or that. If you got some tea, feel free. But that's one of the reasons why. And it's a rough time, guys. Queen Sheba mentioned, and again, rest in peace to her brother. But it is the holiday blues time. And thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for your prayers and condolences when it comes to my little niece. That was my mini me, child. That was my mini me. Um, but the holiday blues, it's that time. And we've been speaking about that when we, have our members only lives and all of that, because we want to make sure to be there for each other. And I can never see either one of the ladies throwing shade at each other, or you know what I mean, or doing something to cause a rift, and it was just unsettling for me. So again, I'm not going to spend too much time on that other than saying prayers going up, trending, keep doing your thing when it comes to creating. And if I was Queen Sheba, and I'll say this to her, keep doing your damn thing. And I agree with the folks that I heard, keep your merchandise up. That's just me. But prayers going up to that. And then I'm gonna go ahead. I mentioned I want to get emotional out the way, and then we'll get into just two quick hot topics and then some Huntsville happenings. But Melody Cherie made me cry, child. It was a beautiful, beautiful sentiment that she showed to her mom, Miss Van. You guys know I always say Miss Van is and has been a positive representation on reality TV when it comes to Black moms, and we haven't seen enough of her. Hint, hint to the messy Quang, Carlos Kang. And it made me cry. Thank you, Aunt Debbie. It got me teared up. It got me teared up. Um, and I'm gonna play it for you guys. Because oh child, I want to get emotional now. I don't have my mama. And my mom passed away in 2007, Thanksgiving. So again, holiday blues is upon me, child, for real, for real. It's a song that Mel had playing in the background. That used to be my ringer for my mom. Couldn't listen to it. I had to listen to Mel's video because I wanted to see what it was about. But yeah. So shout out to Mel. I love this, and I put a message, I believe, in my story. This is what it's all about, for the kids to get old enough to show acts of appreciation to their parents. And as I mentioned, for me, I don't have my mom or my dad. So, yes, and prayers going up. I see you, Mickey BB. Prayers going up. It's a lot of us that are just trying to survive, child, without our parents. And you guys know what I say is let's continue to make them proud in our actions and all of that. But it's hard. So it's too hard for any type of mess. You know what I mean? I stay away from it. I do. I do. Yes, sis. Prayers going up to you, Pink Diva. Speaking of Pink Diva, you guys make sure to join Pink Table Topics tonight at 6:30 Central, 4:30 my time, for her Tuesday edition of her Pink Table Topics. I'll be there, sis, representing. But let me play this, and I'm sorry. I'm praying hands in the chat because I cannot look at the messages. And if I do, I'm going to start crying. But prayers going up to all of us that, are feeling it. You know what I mean? Prayers going up. So let's take a look at Mel and Chow. I ain't going to spoil it. If you didn't see it, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But take a look and a listen, and I'll chat about this. And this going to be the end of my emotions, Chow. Gonna make me emotional again. Let's go.
For those of you who have been a part of the District 7th Avenue family for some time, you know that I grew up on 7th Avenue, hence why we call it 7th Avenue Beauty, because that's where I learned the importance of skincare, healthcare, and hair care, right? Body care as well. So just so happened, y'all, my mom is in town. She came in town to help this week because she knew I'd be crazy packing. But what she doesn't know, while she came to bless me, have a blessing for her. So let's call her down, all right? Hey, mama. Hopefully she. Hey, mama, come here for a quick second.
I
She
love
don't know
this.
she about to be on here. Hey, mama. Hey, come here for a quick second. So listen. So I want you to come over here for a second. I know, don't get mad at me for bringing you down. I know you ain't camera ready, trying to be on camera right now, but you still look good because you 7th Avenue. Okay. So listen, I'm a firm believer, right, that when it comes to where you're going, you can't forget where you've been. And at the end of the day, it has been pivotal in me being where I am today and really even being the person that I am today. So like I said, she came in town to be a blessing for me this week to help me, not have to worry about certain things while I get all these orders out. But what she didn't know is that I had a blessing for her as well. So, mama, I got some stacks for you. 2, 4, 6. All right. So I want to say I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you for everything that you do, and don't be crying. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for continuing to love and support me and keep me covered in prayer and just really being solid, always.
Yeah. Ooh, thank you. Ooh, child. You know how you get a lump in your throat? That's what's happening right now for me. What happened when I watched it initially. And again, a beautiful just act of kindness and appreciation that Mel showed to Miss Van. I ain't even got no water over here. I ain't got no. Oh, yes, I do. Let me take a sip, child. Let me take a sip. Get that lump out my throat. Yes, DG. But shout out again to Mel and Miss Van. I love that. I really, really did. 6 stacks, child. 6 stacks to her mom. Beautiful. DG said, this is a hard time of the year for a lot of people. Let's show a little extra grace and kindness because we don't know what others are going through. And I totally agree. And I see you all's messages. Your comments on LaDawn prayers going up, Linda Gamble, everybody that are putting in and just remembering your loved ones in this comment section right now. Prayers going up. Sharice. And I'm just looking on the screen, so I'm sure it was more. And you guys know my apologies for not mentioning you all. But for the cutie crew, we already spoke about how we were going to put in extra work when it comes to us on each other in this season. And let's make sure to do so. We can cry during members only, and then we can let loose during the let loose lounge. So I love that, child. That's work phone. I love that. I love that. Let me see. I think that's it. I'm marking off stuff as I go. I think that's it when it comes to the emotional side. And then so we can get our spirits back up, because I got this in the title as well. I'm going to play something emails, and then we'll go ahead and get into the hot topics, and then I'm gonna let loose on Carlos Miss Ass King. Okay. Um, thank you, phone. Miss, oh child, it started without me even clicking it. Hold on, guys. And why is my Instagram showing up looking like this? Let me bring it up. Mel and Miss Deborah skit yesterday. This should snap us all out of blues that we in right now. I laughed so hard at this. Now look, Miss Deborah put me up on game because she has something that I didn't even know about. And she's just so beautiful to me. I love her eyes, Chinese eyes, like love, love, love. But let's take a look at this skit from yesterday that Mel put up of her and Miss Deb, child Mel working them folks, working them. Do you from that epic TikTok live? Miss Deb, somebody dropped Miss Deb's age in the chat. If I'm not mistaken, Miss Deb is 70 plus, body banging, gorgeous skin, all of the above. And excuse the ringing in the back, guys. It's gonna rain. But let's take a look. 70, Teresa. I see 69. Hey, Mikey. Cheryl Canada says 69 too. Okay. I could have sworn. Okay. Now that you guys put I do think it is like 69-ish, unless she had a birthday. I do think just from Mel mentioned it before. But if you guys don't know, she is Mel. Yes, 69 and fine. I think somebody did say that before. What is that 7121 one, crafty sister? What is that? Let me know. Is that the date that you lost a love? I mean, a date of your birth of parents? Let me know. Let me know. But let's go ahead and take a look. If you guys don't know, Miss Deb is Mel's trainer, and I be sweating just looking at Miss Deb. I want to be like her when I grow up. I cackled. Let's take a look.
Let me tell you about Mel.
Yes.
Okay, so is this label okay?
Yes, Miss Deborah. Remember something now called a QR code. QR meaning when they scan that code gonna scan, they gonna know where that page going to.
Very detailed.
I know y'all ain't have it back then, but we got it
now.
New technology.
Mel said, I know y'all ain't have it back then, but check out what Miss Deb gonna show Mel.
Oh, are you talking about like my business card, my QR code right here on my band?
I did not know that existed. You see that on a bracelet that has her QR code, meaning if somebody is near her and she's advertising her business, they can aim their phone at her wrist and it'll take them right to a website. I had never seen anything like that. Let me continue to play, and I may run it back because I'm talking.
This chick, this young lady,
this chick
really is.
I thought I was gonna print these out last night.
I put these labels in here. It's fine. We got everything running. Hey, I need some peach on the cart. We got a label. She needs some lavender. Pallets coming in. We got like a little system. Got the bags. Get some pumpkin cards, okay? Get some cards. We got everything organized, so we're good. We're good.
Child, this is my first day. I don't really know what I'm doing.
I laughed at the lady at the end as well. She said, "This is my first day. I don't even know what I'm doing." Woo wee. I cackled. That was so funny to me. Miss Deb said, "This chick I loved it. I loved it. So I hope that puts you guys in a lighter mood from how we started this live. And I'm glad that I just played that because it made me laugh and smile and all of that as well. But shout out to Miss Deb Chow putting us on game because I definitely did not know about a bracelet with a QR code. And I don't see anybody in the chat that said that they knew about that either. Let me know, child. I'm gonna have to go get one for chitchatwithqt.com. You hear me? But let's go ahead and get into some quick hot topics. Shout out to the Cutie crew. We are now having topics of the day, members only. Very, very good discussions. I started it yesterday. If Cutie crew members, you didn't see the topic from today, please make sure to get over there and comment. I got another one all ready for tomorrow, so I like that as well. But quick hot topics in the title. Somebody called CPS on Cardi B. Somebody called CPS on Cardi B. She said it's a troll. I'll go ahead and play this for you guys, and then we're gonna move on to one other. No, I'm gonna play this. This gonna be the only hot topic, and I'll save the other hot topics for tomorrow because I got pages of notes when it comes to Carlos. But you guys take a look at this. This is wrong. This is wrong. And Cardi B is in the hospital. Why? While she's talking about this. So I wonder what she's in the hospital for. But let's take a look, guys. Shout out to the Uncut.
Little fucking prank call. What is a CPS, Child Protective Services? For Child Protective Services to come to my fucking house, not my house, my gated mansion at 11 p.m. while my children are sleeping because there's an anonymous call that there's been going on that my kids have been getting abused and beaten. Are you fucking dumb? Are you fucking dumb? This is when the pranks start getting too far. When you motherfucking, when you fucking assholes
child,
think the shit is funny. And it's not funny. It's not funny. First of all, me, I'm the only colored person, and I'm the only person that is Latin, that is black people in my house. That it's in the whole neighborhood. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm fucked up. We're the only colored people in my neighborhood. What little fucking prank call?
Hold on.
What is a CPS, Child Protective neighborhood completely? And for motherfuckers to pop up in my house with cops and Child Protective Services because you motherfuckers want to do an anonymous call involving my children? I promise you this. I promise you this. I promise you this. I'm going to sue Child Protective Services for fucking coming to my house at whatever the fuck time it comes. And I'm also going to sue the person that did this call. And as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'm calling Drew Finley because I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. You guys get the gist. And who is that said that's not funny? Overcomer. I agree. That's not funny now. Come on. Come on. Sad part is for me, I've seen this in action just from being a subscriber, or I don't know, you would really have to be very active, I guess, to be considered a subscriber, but a watcher of YouTube. I've seen things like this happen before, and that's not funny at all. It's not. That or when they send the popos. I forgot what that's called. And I think Cardi B mentioned it. You know, whatever. Anyway, they call and act like something is going on in the house, and tons of police and all of that show up. But you know, Cardi B is one to sue. Swatting. Thank you so much. Swatting. She's one to sue, and she said she gonna do just that. And I don't blame her. Later in that video, she mentioned that she's going to get a private investigator, and she's going to have them to look into this to try to possibly get the name of the person who made that call. So I'm gonna keep my eye out on it. Yes, I am. I have video exclusive, not by me, but it's floating around video when it comes to Sean Diddy Combs. And I'm going to put that on my backup channel. I'll share the link on my main channel of the video once I upload it. But disgusting. That's all I got to say. Hey, Neva P. Shout out again to those that were in the Let Loose Lounge. But let's go ahead, guys. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Hey, Simply. Yes, they did it to Nicki Minaj as well. The swatting. You know, people need to mind their business, and that's not cool. When it comes to Cardi, that involved kids. And then when it comes to swatting, somebody could be seriously hurt. Seriously hurt. But CPS has to respond. They call me Corp Diva said it's not funny, but CPS has to respond. They do. I get that part. But there needs to be some type of system in place, beforehand, before you show up in folks' communities with the popos and everything else and causing a disturbance. So yeah, I think you're right. We'll be complete if it was something that was going on and they didn't respond, but they need some type of system in place. And a system in place to me is if somebody call and they, I don't know. We'll have to talk about that. We'll have to talk about that at a later time. Should they call the party first? But if something is really going on, that could be a warning to the party. So good comment, and we shall see what happens with that. All right, let me go ahead and get to these hot topics before I do. Gia Joyner, thank you so much, Gia, for your super sticker. And Nana 75, thank you as well. I wish I had time to add you guys to my banner for sponsoring this live. But I have some hot Huntsville happenings that I want to get through. So I'm just going to play this. But thank you.
All I say for you. Tell them to bring me my money.
All right. Thank you again. And if you send me a cash app over the past week, thank you as well. I'm going to try to make a post and thank you guys, but I appreciate it. I really, really do. But let's go ahead and get into old Messy Kang. Ciao. Messy Carlos the Kang. And yeah, Carlos does too much for me. Let me just start it off with this. How much can Carlos do? Put in the chat if you think that Carlos is trying to wear too many hats. Hey, Deshonda, put in the chat. If you put a 1 in the chat if you think he's wearing too many hats, put a 2 in the chat if you feel like he's not. I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 for my damn self because I think he's trying to wear too many hats. Carlos is doing reality with the king with his reality TV stars. Carlos is doing Messy Monday, giving recaps on his show. Carlos is the host of the reunion when it comes to his show. Carlos doing too goddamn much. Carlos is doing too much. Share the wealth, Carlos. Share the wealth. Share the airwaves, the space with somebody else other than you. Okay, and I don't see not a 2 in the building. I don't see not a 2. Everybody agree. Lady Virgo, he needs to sit his arse down somewhere. And I agree. It's too much. It's too much. But speaking of that, Carlos had a sit down with Stormy Steele. And that was his reality with the Kang show that came on this past Saturday on OWN. And I watched it. And he was messy. But let me say this before I move on. The reason why I say he's doing too much is he cannot operate, in my opinion, in a non-biased way. You know what I mean? He has his faves. We can tell. And he's going to conduct himself accordingly to that. So yeah, give it to somebody else. Dang, let somebody else do something. But anyway, he sat down with me and they spoke about scenes from the first half of Love and Marriage Huntsville season 8. And I took down a couple notes and I'll just get to it. Stormy don't like Sonny's ass. Stormy don't like Sonny. And it looks like, to me, the feeling is mutual. Because according to Stormy, she overheard Sonny talking about her. She heard Sonny talking about her through the walls, child. That sounds familiar to me. Put in the chat real quickly. Who do you, does that sound familiar to any of you? Somebody else heard somebody talking about them through the wall. Before I put it, before I say it, let me see if any of you all can put it in the chat. Who else heard somebody? That's what she said, Cassie, through the wall. Thank you, daughter of Israel. Thank you, daughter of Israel. Melody Cherie. Thank you, Simply. Now, you know I know my Love and Marriage Huntsville historian, Simply Beautiful, was going to know. But Mel said the same thing about Destiny and Letitia. And Stormy said that she heard Sonny talking about her. They spoke on why Moses didn't wear his ring when he sat down with Destiny. Carlos took that time to shade Marceau and said, because Stormy said, well, me and Courtney don't wear ours. We just don't wear them. And then she said, well, we gain weight, and that's the reason why we don't wear them. And then Carlos shaded Marceau and said, Marceau, that's what you need to tell Tisha. The reason why you don't wear your ring is because you gain weight. But this is where the shade started for me. Carlos asked Stormy, who holds the most grudges? And Stormy said, Mel. We all have been wondering why. If grudges are being held, I'll just go ahead and say it, Stormy. You're not holding no grudge against Tisha, and she called you a whole pill popper. Said that you pop pills, that you're on drugs. And, you know, she said, well, I don't know if Tisha really mean it. Tisha don't be trying to be mean. Called you a whole pill popper. But again, they wanted, in my opinion, this is my opinion only, they wanted to throw out Mel's name. And they did, but not just on that. But again, she said she won't hold that against Tisha. But she not rocking with Mel. Then they spoke on the dynamic between Mel and Marceau. And it was a setup, in my opinion, for that to even be discussed in this sit down on Reality with the Kang. Stormy said, yeah, you know, I've heard people say that they really like Mel and Marceau's dynamic. I'm one of them. I do like when Mel and Marceau are going back and forth, as long as it could be light. You know what I mean? But the reason why I feel like Carlos asked that question and included the next clip in this show was to shade Mel, in my opinion, and the mellow meters, because they made sure to show that clip of Marceau talking to Tisha, calling the mellow meters crazy and deplorable fans. Thank you, Aronia. This that was Carlos being shady and messy. Because look, Carlos, you already put it on the season. You already put it on the first half of the season. You're going to put it on there again. And that's what he did. He put it on their reality, on his Reality with the King sit down with Stormy. That's messy. And that's shady to me. And it was done on purpose. Because why continue to put that out there? Carlos is one that always says, I don't care about what people say about me. but you do, and you'll get back. And maybe, if I had the editing capabilities of a reality TV show, maybe I would get my get back that way too. But be real about it, and that's your get back. So you do care about what people say, and that's why you included this not once during the season, but now during this sit down with Stormy Steele. Um, you know, that was on purpose. But this is my thing to Carlos. We've said this, I'll say it again real quickly. The same crazy and deplorable fans are the ones that showed up and showed out at that podcast stop, the first one in Huntsville. And he didn't think folks was crazy and deplorable then with that money grab, because that's what that was. What else? They spoke on Moses not coming to Huntsville to film when he was with Destiny. And Carlos said, well, he just told us he was busy. I'm just going to say this. I don't know if it's true or not. We know that Moses was and has been on probation. And I think at that time, maybe he was operating in a manner where he didn't have to prove anything. And I think the reason why he didn't, even though we know that he went to Huntsville to be, and he was all up in LeBeric's house, I don't think he wanted to be seen on this show to jeopardize his probation. And that changed, I think, when it got too sunny. What else? Stormy shaded Sunny with the whole 90 days. She kept saying, damn, how many times you gonna say 90 days? We was together 90 days. We got married in 90 days. And she said that Sunny should have gone ahead and signed up for the show 90 Day Fiance. So she ain't rocking with Sunny at all. What else? Stormy said that she agrees with Destiny, basically that Sunny was a side chick, because Sunny admitted that Moses had other women, you know. She also said that Moses wanted more for Destiny, and he didn't want Destiny on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I think she said that trying to slight Sunny by saying he cared more for Destiny because he ain't want her out there like that. But here y'all go on the show. What else? What else? Real quick, and then I'm gonna get into what Carlos. Well, we'll listen to what Carlos had to say about the reunion. She spoke on her arrest, child. Sunny did. Spoke on her arrest. You guys know about the whole BT and Stormy situation. Stormy said that BT lied and, said that she was trying to come up there and buy products for her senior citizen friends. She said that was a whole lie. She also said that BT and her friend went live first and were taunting her or whatever in the parking lot. She said that she had already put BT on alert with the, I guess the complex guards or whatever the case may be, because she said that BT had went to several different locations of hers, but she said that it just so happened that she pushed live. She didn't mean to, and in that live, it caught her cussing BT out, and that's why she was arrested. I'll give my thoughts real quick on that. I think, right, Teresa, right. Was she even there, child? We didn't see the facility that all the rest of the Love and Lockup or Huntsville criminals go to, or Madison County. We didn't see that. We didn't see a mug shot. We ain't see nothing. So did she really go? She said she had a warrant for 8 months by that time. But this is what I think. Even when it comes to that, guys, and the discussion about that, I think, again, Carlos is setting up this platform to make sure that his cast will be able to speak on these issues, these legal issues on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I think that was purposely done, because, there is an active court case. So I think that he wants to have documentation so they can have this for the court. You know what I mean? And we shall see. But there is still a pending court case when it comes to BT. I'm not sure if Hip or Hot Tea is still involved. I believe so. I know it started with her and Maurice and OWN, that lawsuit against them and OWN or whatever. And I think Carlos has said them to have some documentation for that. But he also went live, guys, and spoke about the reunion. The reunion. So I'm going to play the audio and discuss. This is allowed via fair use. Let me go ahead and put this up. Carlos, I still want to know, was it you? Paperwork said it was you that struck my channel. There's been some things been said. But yeah, he strikes channels, child. So this is fair use. I will play the audio. I'll stop and discuss, but it is allowed under the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. And yeah, I'm criticizing the hell out of it. Let's take a listen. Shout out to you guys, 633. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. And before I play Carlos's audio from last night, shout out to those of you that are being spectations.
Y'all came here to be spectation, spectates, whatever the word is. I probably want to respect that.
I respect it. If you spectatia, please hit the like button for me, dog. All right, guys, let's take a listen to what Carlos had to say about the reunion. And I want you guys to put in the comments who you think he was talking about as far as these receipts and all of that. Me and Somali had a little conversation of who we think it is, but we shall see. Take a listen. Oh, child, what is that? Oh, okay. Let's take a listen, guys. Let me put Carlos up on this screen. Which one? We'll do this one. Come on up here. Oh, child, StreamYard, what are you doing? Okay. All right, take a listen.
LAMH Husband reunion. We taped that over the weekend.
Oh, that sound low.
And it was. There's a thing. I don't like to be known as somebody who always tells y'all when things aren't great, because y'all be like, oh my God, are you overhyping it? Blah, blah, blah. I will never overhype anything.
Yes, you will.
What I will say is, I'm not going to grade it just yet, because I want to give y'all, I have to see how all parts work. However, what I will say is, everybody clocked in.
All right, now I'm gonna continue, but he said everybody clocked in at this reunion. Let's continue. And I have this, I should have had my Bluetooth set up, but I hope you can hear it. Let's go.
And you guys are going to be surprised who clocked in the most. One particular person clocked in. Hard body. Okay? I was gagged in a good way. We had special seating assignment. So you're going to see musical chairs.
All right, I'm going to pause right there. Let me know who you think clocked in the most. I'm going to say Destiny, based off of the whole Sonny and Moses situation. And Destiny went live and said, she kind of showed her ass at that reunion. Hey, Sammy. Musical chairs when it comes to the seating arrangement. Now, we know since this show started, Melody Cherie was sitting right there at the head. And I know one thing, that's where she better be, Carlos. This is going, just with him saying that little part, makes me think that she's not. Now, we know that there has to be some type of musical chairs because Martell ass can't be back male. Okay, so you guys say Destiny. Okay, let's take a look. A listen.
Okay. We had the seating assignment was different.
Mm-hmm.
This reunion, you'll see that.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see somebody try to read me.
It was not that damn funny. Seating assignment will be different. I think based off of Carlos being in his feelings, based off of Mel calling his ass out during that TikTok live, I think he probably moved her from the head. And again, we wouldn't know none of these folks if it wasn't for her. But he said somebody tried to read him. Who do you guys think that was? Daughter of Israel, you already got your answer. You said Sonny. Was it Sonny or was it Mel? Again, Mel had an issue the way Carlos Kang was over there clowning her, clowning Shanita Foster. I think it was Mel too, but I see you guys saying Sonny. Oh, Martell ain't reading no damn Carlos. Well, maybe Ash if he was throwing a tantrum. Let's continue. It ain't that damn funny.
Somebody tried to read me, and I didn't catch on until a little later. Listen, I may not be on time, but I'm never late. Okay? I may not be on time, but I ain't late. So this person, it was a woman. One of my female cast members tried to read me and get me together. And I was like,
okay, he motioning.
bring it on, baby. Don't do it. No. It was
so he said, bring it on. Brittany Janae, you think it was Sonny? Because he said try to read him. Okay. He did say it was a female cookie. I don't know. I think Mel had all gloves off. I can't wait to see so we can see. But another part I feel is Sonny. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
It was nothing like that. And the thing is, I had so much fun with the reunion. All the cast members, all of them said, you are getting this reunion. And I said, no, I'm in a good mood, whatever. They also teased me and said, why do you have these cards in your hand? You're not even reading them. You're too busy reading us. And I'm like, no, I'm invested. I'm present. And wait, I see. I'm not gonna tell you who read me. All I would say is a female tried to read me because I was interrogating a scenario that occurred on the show this season. And I have lots of questions. And this particular young lady was answering the questions, but I was so...
Spit it out, Carlos.
I was so... What's the word I should say?
Ciao.
I'm a journalist. Hey, Portia. And for me, you can't answer a question and not expect follow-up. So I did a lot of follow-up. And this person, she checked me. Like, what did you check? I'm asking questions. So that happens. So you'll see that. We had a lot of guests. You know, it's a big season. So
couple more minutes.
Appear on the show.
Well, not long, seconds.
So you get to see some of them. But overall, it was a 10 out of a 10. It was an A+. The cast did excellent. They got everything off their chest. A lot of things were revealed. It was absolutely incredible. We taped for 12 hours.
12 hours.
A lot of people left to get receipts. This was one reunion where a lot of people came prepared. This was the first reunion where everybody on Huntsville came prepared with receipts. It was as if I was at Target and Walmart and CVS. There were tons of receipts, okay? A lot of people were the cash register. That's how many receipts they had, child, okay? And somebody had an epic fail of a receipt. Again, you have to wait and see it. It was really good. So I wanted to update you guys on that.
Okay, that's it. Receipts. He said a lot of people's dropping receipts. Yeah, Ronia. Ronia said good to know they had their receipts. Who do you guys think was an epic fail when it comes to the receipts? I think I just changed my mind. At first, I was gonna say Sonny because again, Sonny only got what Moses gave her. We don't know what, you know what I mean, if it's going to match up to what Destiny may have. But I agree with what you guys are putting in the chat. Joy S. Pick, Cassie, Ronia, Martell. I'm thinking it was Martell that thought he had some receipts and his ass didn't have nothing. Or Mel just shut it down like she's done everything else. But real quick, got a couple more minutes. I started off when we started talking about Huntsville happening or the Carlos part by saying that he's doing too much and he's here, there, everywhere. For anybody to even be able to tell him, why do you have those cards? Because you're not even reading them. And then he said the reason why is because he's so invested and present. He said that they said he read them. That's where it crossed the line to me. You know what I mean? Carlos is a cast member. And we know he probably paying his damn self. Carlos is a cast member. And you can't be all. So if you want to read folks, you're a cast member. If you want to go back and forth with the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville, that's the side that you should be on. But when you are, in your words, the creator, the executive producer, Messy Monday reviewer, the reality with the Kinga, the all of that, and the reunion host, that's too much. That is too much, you know? But I think he enjoys that aspect of it. Yeah, Andy reads the cards. Now, Andy, I could count on my probably one hand. Oh, and we'll have to talk tomorrow about the Married to Medicine trailer. But I could count on one hand how many times Andy has had to respond back to one of the castmates that was coming to him. Less than 5 times out of all of these years. But I think that Carlos really wants to be in front. And if he does, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a conflict of interest to me. As I mentioned, he has to be biased with certain folks. And we know, in my opinion, the one that he's biased with the most is Martell Hope. The man cried on the stage with Martell Hope. That's bias. That means I'm emotionally tied to you, connected to you. You know what I mean? And you'll never lay down the rules when it comes to Martell. And he hasn't, because Martell is still on the show. You know? But, you know, I can't do nothing about it. He's wearing too many hats for me. And I'm shocked the cast don't feel that way. Well, the only one that I think that would really or should really have somewhat of an issue with it would be Mel, based off of what I just said, his loyalty to Martell. But when it comes to the others that he's protected, the Scotts, namely Marceau and Tisha, because remember, when Marceau was threatening to leave Love and Marriage Huntsville, Carlos told him, no, that means we won't focus on your personal life, just focus on your business. That's bias. Then we got the whole Detroit connection. You know, Carlos, Destiny, Carlos, Maurice, Marceau. So it's too much for me. But I got a couple minutes. Let me read some of you all's comments. Let me get Mr. Kang up off my screen, child. And yeah, I think the next guest on that show is going to be Marceau. So something else that will be very telling to me is if we don't see Mel with a sit down with Carlos. We did not see Mel when Dustin was interviewing the cast after the episodes. Very telling to me. Let's see. Let me read a couple comments, guys. Let me see. Sweet Essence said, Carlos is just going to edit out any and all issues that can be resolved or truths being told. So to me, this reunion show will not be right at all. It's going to give bias. What they all have. You know, even the episodes, they have that ability. He has that ability to edit and control what's seen. So he always say, I ain't got nothing to do with when the show air. You may not have anything to do with that, but you definitely got something to do with what we see. Great comment though, Sweet Essence. Jazzy J said that's why he is being read, because they don't respect him. Well, he reading them too, child, so it's no respect at all. He said try. Mel wouldn't try, she would. Yes, LaDonna, and a couple of you guys said that in the comments saying, well, I don't think it was Mel, because he said they tried to read me. And when he said it, he cracked up. And look, we know Carlos has already sucked up to Mel behind the scenes. We know that Mel came out. And from what I've seen, just from watching Mel way before I started a YouTube channel, it really takes a lot for her to come out and say some things. You know, she sits on a lot and just ignores a lot. So for her to get to that point to even address Carlos in that live, and she was taking up for Shanita too. I think that Carlos has already tried to make some sort of amends with Mel. We shall see. We shall see. I think between Destiny, Stormy, Martell, and Carlos, I feel they tried to ambush Mel. Child, Mel is not ambushable. I get what you're saying. But you know, Mel don't give no F's. And you know, I don't think she would sit there and cry and all of that. She went right back at their ass. That's just me. That's just me. Oh, shoot, this is my time. In reality, the seeding doesn't matter because Melody is the only. I'm glad I read this comment before I got out of here. Non-criminal on the show. And if I were Melody, I wouldn't want to be sitting by none of them snakes. Good comment, Leticia. Good comment. She is the only non-criminal. Allegedly, child. I'm going to throw that in there for the sake of this video. But if we don't see the queen at the head, hold on, guys. Hold on. If we don't see her at the head of that table, I mean, not the table, you know, in her normal position where she sat for 8 seasons, then I believe that was done purposely by Carlos. That's just me. But we shall see. This was an excellent power hour. I wish I had a little more time, but I thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have not hit the like button on your way out, please make sure to hit that like button on your way in. Shout out again to the Cutie Minds. Thank you guys for modding for me. Shout out to the Cutie crew, and shout out to each and every one of you cuties that are here. I'm out of here. That's my time. I gotta go. But stay out, folks. DMs. Prayers going up again to Queen Sheba, to Trending, my little sister, and prayers going up to all of you that put in the chat as far as us being in our feelings of losing a loved one and going through these holiday blues a couple weeks in advance. Prayers going up to each and every one of you. And I'll end it off with saying again, rest in peace to my niece. 10 years today. I love you and I miss you. And I'm out of here before I start crying. Bye. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT.